In the first two steps of our Bootstrap procedure, we created a single resampled ERP. The third step asked us to repeat this procedure 3,000 times and create a distribution of ERPs. How do we do this? One potential solution is to utilize over and over again the code we've already developed. Let's start by drawing a new random sample of trials. To do so, we'll define a new variable I, calling our function randSample with 3 inputs. The first input specifies the maximum integer we would like to draw. In this case, we will set it equal to the number of trials, which is 1,000. The second input specifies the number of integers to draw, which in this case we again set equal to n trials. And the last input is a flag that specifies our resampling with replacement. Executing this command, we create a new variable I, which specifies the resampling of trials. Now, to create our resampled EEG, let's define a new variable, EEG1. We will set this variable equal to our original data, EEG, from condition A, using the random sample of trials we just generated. We can then compute the resampled ERP. To do so, let's define a new variable, ERP1. We will then take the mean of our resampled EEG1. We'll compute that mean across trials. In this way, we have created a resampled ERP. Let's now repeat this procedure. To do so, we'll generate another random sampling of trials by recomputing our variable I. Let's then define another resampled EEG. I'll give it the name EEG2 this time. And again, to compute this resampled EEG, we'll take our original data, EEGA, with our new resampled trials I for all time. We're then ready to compute our resampled ERP. To do so, let's define a new variable, ERP2, and we'll set that equal to the mean of our resampled EEG, EEG2, across trials. Good, so now we've created 2 resampled ERPs. We can repeat this procedure and generate a new resampled EEG, let's call it EEG3, and a new resampled ERP, ERP3. Here we have created 3 resampled ERPs, each with its own variable name. We could repeat this procedure and eventually define the variable ERP3000. Let's pause briefly and think about this procedure. In order to create our resampled ERPs, we're going to have to repeat these lines of code 3,000 times. The odds of making a mistake, at least for me, are very high. Instead of defining the variables in this way, we should let the computer do the hard work for us. A better approach to create the 3,000 resampled ERPs is to use a for loop. We do so in MATLAB as follows.